The Golden State Warriors take a commanding 2-0 series lead over the Houston Rockets in Game 2 of their Western Conference Semifinals, guys, by a final score of 115 to 109. And the story of this game, guys, was the Warriors and how on point they were in terms of executing their game plan. Now, in prior games in the regular season or even in their series against the Clippers, the Warriors definitely looked at times off of their game. But in this game too, guys, the Warriors put everything on the court and gave it everything they had and put a very impressive performance in Game 2. So, guys, there was a lot of controversy after Game 1 concerning the referees and a so-called non-foul call when Draymond Green was guarding against James Harden, and James Harden went up for the three, and there was no foul called on Draymond. And so the Rockets, they sent a letter out to the NBA to, basically disclose data that they felt was referencing that the Warriors essentially were getting favorable calls by the refs. So, I mean, it's just crazy to think that the Rockets went as far as doing that. And there was a specific official that Chris Paul and James Harden had a lot of issues with in the past by the name of Scott Foster, who was officiating Game 2. And so you have all this, nonsense about officiating and this and that. When reality, guys, you got to come to play. You got to come to play the game. Doesn't matter what's going on outside of the court. You got to come to play. And the Rockets, they fell 2-0 in the series, guys. We thought that coming into the series, the Rockets were going to be able to give the Warriors a run for their money. But 2 games into the series now, it is not looking like the Rockets are going to prevail out of this series. Now, the series is not over yet, but, again, there's a lot to be concerned about if you're a Rockets fan out there moving forward in the series. But if you are a Warriors fan, you are absolutely loving how they played in Game 2, especially Kevin Durant, guys. The story of Kevin Durant is continuing as he is attempting to build his case as perhaps the greatest player in the National Basketball Association. Now, throughout these playoffs, he has been electric, guys. Has been on fire, averaging more than 30 points a game in these playoffs. So, guys, an interesting statistic that I noticed following the game was that through 2 games in the series, James Harden and Kevin Durant have essentially scored the same number of points, 64, on the same number of field goal attempts as 47. And so Kevin Durant, guys, towards the end of the regular season, he was resting up a bit and getting himself ready for the playoffs. And now that the playoffs have come, Durant has rose to a whole nother level and is proving why he should be considered, if not the greatest basketball player of all time. Now, of course, I'm pretty biased in that category because being a Bulls fan, I believe Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. But as a basketball fan, I'm definitely admiring the work ethic of Kevin Durant and what he is putting on display for us as basketball fans. It has been so much fun to watch these basketball playoffs, these playoff series, and it's only going to get more exciting, guys, as we move forward. So, guys, another big storyline to take out of today's game was the excellent play of Andre Iguodala. And Steve Kerr had a very interesting quote about Iguodala. I'm going to read that for you guys. So he said, he's just an incredible athlete. What makes Andre special is when you combine that athleticism with that brain, now you got a hell of a player. And so Iguodala, guys, if we remember in last year's playoff series against the Rockets, Iguodala was hurt, and so it affected the Warriors. And Iguodala has a very big presence on the defensive end. And so being that Iguodala has been healthy now, it has worked out for the Warriors. Iguodala is stepping up big time, making everyone else around him better. And, man, it is insane. So, guys, a big question concerning the Golden State Warriors outside of this current playoff run that they're on is how they're going to be able to re-sign everybody when they're free agents, the Klay Thompsons, the Draymond Greens, So Draymond Green's contract is not up after this season, but it will be the following season. And the owner, Joe Lacob, recently came out saying that he wants Draymond Green to remain a Warrior forever. And so one of the things to take into consideration is before Kevin Durant came to the Warriors, Draymond Green signed a team-friendly contract extension and left a lot of money on the table so the Warriors could go out and pursue Kevin Durant. So I think this time around, Draymond Green is obviously not going to take less money because he already has done that. And so I think that's something definitely big to take into consideration moving forward. So guys, Draymond Green has been putting together the best version of himself in these playoffs, just as Kevin Durant has been doing. And so a lot of what the Warriors do and what Draymond can do and what he's able to provide is that Clint Capella, a big name player on the Rockets, what Draymond can do, guys, he can be the primary defender on Clint Capella, who is a pick and roll demon who specializes in shedding defenders for lobs. And so this is a major facet of the Houston Rockets offense, and that Draymond Green has been able to put a hold on for the Rockets and be able to contain them. And so what Draymond Green can do very well in the series on screens and those type of situations with James Harden, he's able to bounce back and forth between James Harden and, say, Clint Capella, and be able to go back and defend Capella on those lobs, which is a part of that Houston Rocket offense. And so, guys, Draymond Green, basically, what he started doing is after the All-Star break, he went on this major diet and started to change how he trained himself. He started to ramp up his workouts following the All-Star break. And over the course of 6 weeks, Draymond Green lost 20 pounds. And so this has led to him now in this playoff series, as we fast forward now to where we are now, the quickness that he has, the versatility, and all of this from earlier that he had in his career has returned. So again, big things for the Warriors moving forward in the series. Stephen Curry, he dislocated his left middle finger during the first quarter, I believe it was. And so Curry said that there's still some pain going on in that, but I think ultimately he feels good and moving forward. So guys, we are going to look at some of the stats from today's game. I'm going to read those off to you. So we got Stephen Curry, of course, went 33 minutes, had 20 points to go along with 3 rebounds and 5 assists. We have the Draymond Green, the great Draymond Green, 39 minutes. He had a double-double, 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. Klay Thompson played 41 minutes. He had 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Andre Iguodala played 39 minutes, 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. So, guys, Draymond Green, again, slowed the past couple of years due to injuries, playing like the best version of himself. Kevin Durant playing like the best version of himself. And what's scary about this Warriors team is that they can win on some nights when some of their star players are not having good performances. And so that's really critical for the success of this team. So, guys, the Warriors shot 46.2% in this game, 42 of 91 on shooting. They went 11 of 36 from 3, which is about 30.6%. And at the free throw line, they shot 83.3%. The Warriors out-rebounded the Houston Rockets 45 to 41, with 18 of those rebounds coming on the offensive board. The Warriors had 24 assists. And so, again, a big statistic to look at with the Warriors is their assist totals because of the talent that they have, the dribble passing ability that they have. They can get guys open looks and get some nice shots that, you know, you'll be happy with certain guys taking those shots, planning on those being banked in. So then they got 5 blocks tonight, guys, 10 steals, and 12 turnovers. So you definitely like the turnover ratio there with only 12. There's been some games where, you know, turnovers get to be way out of hand, way crazy. So, you know, always, you know, basketball coaches will be telling you limit turnovers. limit turnovers if you want to be successful. So guys, that is going to be wrapping up the analysis for Game 2 of the series, as the Warriors are up 2-0 in the series. And now the series will be shifting to Houston on Saturday, as the Warriors will look to extend their lead in the series to 3-0. I definitely expect a big fight out of the Houston Rockets, as they are going to have their home crowd behind them on Saturday. So this is still going to be a dogfight of a series. But as the major storylines continue moving forward in the series, we will be continuing to look at the excellent play of Kevin Durant and Draymond Green. And another stat for Houston Rockets fans to take into consideration is James Harden and his success, because Harden has always been an exceptional regular season player, and then when it comes to playoff time, his numbers are lower than what he does in the regular season. So essentially, he has kind of been a somewhat of a playoff bust, essentially. And even this year, we look at the field goal percentage of James Harden, guys. It has correlated from regular season to playoffs. The percentages are down. So Harden, I believe, was shot about 46% or so in the regular season, and now in the playoffs down to 39%. And this was not just a one-time thing, being that it's happened this year. It's happened in prior years. So then you start to raise the question, you know, when you're starting to talk about some of the greatest players in NBA, I mean, how clutch are they when it comes to postseason? We look at Kevin Durant, and we can testify right now, he is proving himself. He is playing at the best of the best that he can play at right now. And so for other superstar players like the Russell Westbrooks, the James Hardens, you know, you raise that question of concern, you know, can these guys step it up in playoff time and repeat the performances that they have been putting out in the regular season? So guys, if you like this video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Gonna be doing way more Golden State Warrior videos, and of course when the Bulls are back at it, we're gonna be doing videos for the Bulls. But comment down below. I would love to hear your perspective, Houston Rocket fans or Golden State Warrior fans. Let me know, how are you feeling about the series moving forward? What do you think about the performances of Draymond Green and Kevin Durant? How will James Harden, you know, play moving forward? The Rockets said that the issue concerning his eye when he had got hit early in the first quarter, that is not going to be an issue moving forward for them. So again, comment down below, guys. I would love to hear your opinions. Until next time, I'll see you guys again. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.